Hey everyone, it's Maria with the customer care team at Companion Labs, and sitting beside me today we have Bill Landers, CEO and co-founder of Companion Labs, and Brian Deegan of Human Unlimited, who's one of our oldest users and most active bid testers. Today we're going to be discussing the new features we released yesterday, and if you have any questions or comments about them, you can go ahead and leave them in the comments section beneath the video. Somebody will get back to you shortly. So I'm going to hand it over to Bill.
Hi everyone, I'm Bill and I've been working in ad technology for about 20 years now, building software to really improve the lives of advertisers. So with Companion Labs, one of the things I really appreciate is to be able to directly connect with the user community. So I've chatted with many of you in our online support system or in our Companion Labs Bidmaster group. This is just another forum that we'd love to open up a dialogue with our users to make sure that we get feedback on features that we're releasing. Case in point, what we released yesterday, which was EBU Trends, bid test report cards, and hourly insights. In addition to that, we added our help center that many of you have been waiting for. So with that, I'll turn it over to Brian so we can jump directly into the user interface to demonstrate some of these features.
I'm going to cut you off real quick.
Okay.
So being with customer care, many of you may recognize me from Intercom. I think the thing I see the most is confusion about the interface, or prior to yesterday, the lack thereof. So can you explain what it means to be a companion app and why we want people to spend most of their time in Power Editor or Ads Manager versus on our platform?
Sure, thanks.
Yeah,
very good question. So Facebook has done an incredible job with Ads Manager and Power Editor, and what we want to do is keep you in those native interfaces as much as possible. Streamline workflow, keep things very simple. That's our approach. There are cases that, such as the insights that we released yesterday, that really aren't possible within the native interfaces, and those are the times that we would be creating value add features within our user interface.
Cool. All right. Can I
dig in? Go for it.
Okay. So I am at app.companionlabs.com. You can see in the URL here. Up until yesterday, this was a pretty sparse environment, so it really is nice to see it come alive here. Like Bill mentioned, there's a new help center that's online as well that you can get by clicking on the question mark there. And then, like the name implies, with my bid tests, all of my bid tests are located on the left-hand side here, everything that I've ever run. So confirm if I'm right here, Bill. It's most recent to oldest, and it's both inactive and active, right?
That's right. The bid tests are grouped by campaign, and they're ordered chronologically with most recent on top.
Cool. Okay. And then you can also do a quick keyword search here on anything to pull up a specific campaign. This one in particular, I had kicked off. It's a bid test strategy where I incremented the bid levels up and down and basically everywhere in between that I had posted to the group before. So I'll share some of these results after this, but there's some additional context here for what we're going to go into. The first thing that I'm going to look at are EBU trends for this, and I know that a lot of people have been able to request that we run this so they understand how their budget utilization percentages are changing over time. I think this is enormously helpful because one of the things that can be challenging is when you are in Ads Manager and you're looking at an estimated budget utilization percent of 20%, it's a snapshot in time. It's from the last 15 minutes. And so you really don't understand how that percentage is changing over time. And in relationship to that, what is the opportunity to increase the budget then, right? So this is, I think, a great reason to pull us out of Ads Manager so we can see this. It also allows you to really get an idea of what a bid test looks like, or the anatomy of a bid test. So you can see out of the gate, in the first couple of days, we had all 13 bid levels going, and then as we started to identify some poor performers, we shut them off, and now we've got 3 that we're really going forward with right now. If I look back to the y-axis here, this can be a little confusing when I first saw it because you see 0 to 1300. Each bid level could have a max budget utilization percent of 100%, so 100% times 13, that's why you have a y-axis that goes from 0 to 1300. And then scrolling down, I can look at the report card, which is really nice at a glance view of my bid test, color coded for the grades, which is helpful as well. And it also serves as a jumping off point to be able to pull up the hourly insights here. So did I I selected the right one. So, you know, I think one of the things that at Human Unlimited with the team, scaling budgets, it's not an easy thing to do. I think with customer care, it's a question that oftentimes comes up, right? Often. There's really three primary metrics that drive scaling budgets, and you have the context of how much budget you can actually scale, right? And piecing all of that information together within Ads Manager or Power Editor or Ads Manager or some combination of Excel can be a bit of a pain. And so what I really like about this is I can understand at the bid level how much budget is being utilized. This idea, or not idea, but this feature of plotting my budget increases as I've made them in Ads Manager here is awesome. And then being able to understand the downstream performance from that budget increase across these three key metrics that impact the performance is wonderful. So the cost of the ad with the CPM, the click-through rate, and the conversion rate all trended post-budget increase is going to significantly improve our ability to scale budgets. So Bill, please pass along my thanks to the team for this capability. This is awesome.
Thanks. And I'd like to point out a few more things that you didn't cover. Number one, the relevance score.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah, the relevance score, it also is trended over time. So it's a very important piece of, as you're scaling budgets, to see that you're maintaining a high relevance score, because that will impact the cost of ads. Also frequency, so frequency is trended over time. So ideally you'd want the frequency to be as close to 1 as possible. You would see that changing over time if there was some degradation happening.
Okay, so usually though within Ads Manager, and this is basically at the ad set level here for hourly insights, within Ads Manager, the relevance score and the frequency is basically at the ad level. So how's this being calculated?
Yeah, we're doing a basic average for the ad set. Any ads beneath the ad set are averaged into the score.
Okay, awesome. Well, again, thanks. This is wonderful to have access to, and we really look forward to using it.
Something I want to touch on just as customer care, if you wouldn't mind going into the Help Center and pointing out the feature overview so people can see where they can find all of this.
Okay, yeah, just right here for the July 27th release.
Awesome.
And you can just click on these to expand them. Cool.
Cool.
And for each of our releases, we'll be including feature overviews such as this, and we really invite feedback because the users are who will make this software better.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and again, if you have any comments or questions, please just leave them below the video and we will get back to you.
Sweet.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks, everybody.